Quincy, I think one of the underrated things that happened last year that derailed the Browns offense was the injury to Kareem Hunt. They missed him quite a bit, especially in the red zone. When you look at this season, what do you expect from Kareem Hunt?
Yeah, I really do expect a lot out of Kareem Hunt this year, just because he's going to be in a situation where he's able to get the most out of himself, just because he's not going to be stuck with a lot of 8-man boxes. He's going to be able to operate in some 6-man boxes. Deshaun Watson also being the quarterback there is going to help him tremendously in the run game as a receiving threat, because, one of the things about Baker, had issues finding the flat, right? So when it came to those checkdowns, we missed on a lot of opportunities where Kareem Hunt could have gotten some yardage there, just because he couldn't be found, or he wasn't in the right progressions for Baker to find him, right? Now you have a quarterback who has a wider vision cone out there, if you're old school Madden head like me, who can see the whole field and see those kind of things. So you're going to get increased efficiency from Kareem Hunt. You're going to get some increased, I think, efficiency in his yards per this year as a running back, just because on second and third down, when he's asked to be out there a lot, there's going to be lighter packages out there from a defensive perspective, right? Teams are going to be in nickel and dime more often against the Cleveland Browns because they're going to be worried about the passing attack. And you put Kareem Hunt against there and you have him run the football. And I know that this seems like a hot take to people who just kind of look at these guys and don't really watch them play football a lot. But I understand if you think Kareem Hunt, Nick Chubb is the best 1-yard option on the team because he's so big and strong. But the reality of it is, if you need a yard, Kareem Hunt's your guy, because he just goes straight into wherever he has to go, and he puts licks on there. I would love to ask people in the NFL, linebackers especially, who of the two do you feel like is more painful to tackle? I think they would tell me it's Kareem Hunt, because when he hits, man, he hits. Nick Chubb, he hits hard, no doubt, when you tackle him. Like, I'm not saying Nick Chubb's easy to tackle by any stretch of the imagination, but Kareem Hunt, he lays them body blows down there, and that really wears out a defense. And when you have less guys there to take that blow, he's going to break some of those tackles and break off some 20, 30-yard runs here on a pretty regular basis.
Yeah, I mean, he will go full speed into a brick wall, I believe. I firmly believe that about Kareem Hunt. He thinks he can run over a brick wall.
3 yards.
Yeah, he thinks he can run through a brick wall. All right, we're going to head to the voicemail of Truth and Reason. This one about your opinion about the kind of year Kareem Hunt is going to have.
Dave, please tell Quincy I totally agree with him that Kareem Hunt will have a great year. I believe Kareem will finally get the dump passes to use that aspect of the game that was missing last year. And Dave, I feel like you, Kareem and Nick Chubb should be in at the same time. They both give totally different aspects of the running game. Both are great backs, and we're lucky to have them. So Stefanski, use them to the extreme. And Kareem should be the next player to get a wage extension.
All right, that's Ron Baron. As always, we appreciate it. Quincy, think about this. We've already said what Deshaun Watson brings to the table. Hunt and Chubb and Deshaun Watson, Cooper out wide, and heck, you could put me in the slot, and I think we're going to threaten the defense pretty significantly.
It's a pretty formidable offense, right? It's amazing. You just change a couple names, and all of a sudden one of the worst offenses in the NFL flips to something of one of the most high potential offenses in the NFL. By the way, it's nice to agree with the voicemail caller. I think I've been on here a couple of times, disagreed here. It's nice to agree with the man. But yeah, I think Kareem Hunt, Nick Chubb, they have tremendous potential there. And if you look at this Browns offense, I hesitate to say potential, because a lot of these guys are proven, like, successful players in it. We're not talking about like a crop of promising rookies and a bunch of first-round picks. We're talking about actual Pro Bowlers in Amari Cooper, in Nick Chubb, in Kareem Hunt, in Deshaun Watson, I already said Amari Cooper, potentially Jarvis Landry, right? Like, and the offensive line, of course. So, yeah, the potential is through the roof for this team offensively, and that says a lot, because I don't even think their strength this year is going to be their offense. I think their strength is going to be their defense, and that's more of a comment to how good I think this defense can be this year than any limitation I see in the offense. I think they're going to be tremendous on both sides of the football.